And now we're live on YouTube. It's another fun-filled, exciting, action at every turn Civ 6 stream. I'm your host, Don Cheadle. It's a full house for a Wednesday that's technically a Friday in the States because nobody has to work tomorrow or the next day. Huh.
Well, if you work for Amazon, you do.
Or UPS or
Or
USPS or...
any of the fast food places that'll be open, or restaurants.
And stores. Stores will also be open.
I think doesn't even Walmart close, like at least in the morning?
Yeah, it is. It's surprising. I'm going to be dining on Jaffa cakes and Earl Grey tea today.
You like Jaffa cakes?
I'm eating them because I don't want them to go to waste. And I'm out of hobnobs.
Anti-air gun. Now that's what I fucking need. Wow. The biplan is not super effective against infantry. Which doesn't make sense. It should be. I mean, come on. Cannon, not incredibly effective either. Ah, but now I can get artillery. Can I upgrade? So you can't upgrade cannons to artillery? I mean, that seems totally logical, right? That doesn't make any sense. Biplane is only super effective against dudes with long pointy sticks. Well, is a rifle not a long pointy stick in some senses? I would argue that it is. At least most of them have some sort of wood finish.
Micah
Maybe a
Shell. Wait, what?
What did you say?
What now? Something about a long pointy stick?
Yeah, like a rifle could be a long pointy stick.
Is that not a bayonet?
Even without it. Well, stick indicates wood, right? So I guess a modern rifle, maybe not.
Ornali PHP says, good morning. Micah Shell says, hello everyone. Gray Monk, Jacob Tyler, Rust Belt, Fun Guy, Christian Nonkin. Everybody's on YouTube. And I'm on Twitch too. Oh, and Krista's here. Haha, she's cooking.
I found some turkey in South Korea. It's pre-cooked and sliced in the Costco pack. Are you saying that's the only turkey you can find in South Korea? Do they not eat turkey in South Korea? Turkey's like an all-weather bird, right? I mean, they could survive pretty much anywhere, I would think.
Yeah, turkey is, Ben Franklin wanted the turkey to be the national bird because it's so easy to grow and eat.
It's certainly easy to eat.
He thought it was tastier than chicken.
Well, that's subjective, I guess. Now, how long does it take a turkey to grow to maturity? That's the question. Because chickens grow super fast, right?
They do. I think turkeys grow much slower. I want to say it's like a year or two.
Only one I could find are $25 per pound. Holy shit! What do we pay per pound for a turkey? Single digits, right?
Yeah, it's like I want to say that it's like a 10-pound turkey is like $12 or $15.
Oh my god. What are the Koreans doing with their turkeys? wonder why that would be. How much landmass does South Korea have? Is it like a Japan type thing where there's just no room for the turkeys?
Yeah, I think that's true.
2 pounds max. Yeah, that sounds about right. $25 a pound. That's crazy. Why don't you quit what you're doing over there, GM Liquid Media? Start raising turkeys. Shit. You're leaving money on the table here. Or just raise them on the side. Texas is 8 times larger than South Korea. No beef or turkey. Wow. Now, if they could reform with North Korea, they could just use all that land to grow turkeys. Oh, we got a donation. Tiny Bolt donated $3.50. Of course, $3.50.
Thanks.
My world's sky is falling. I'm scared, but at least I have PGP and YouTube. Life is such a fleeting moment, right? What the fuck does that mean? That's ominous.
Anything we can help with? Or is it just the family time of the year holidays? Everybody's like stressed out like crazy people because everybody always got crazy around the holidays, in my experience.
Yeah, that's like a suicide risk holidays, which is weird. I've never like the thing about holidays for me is I just hate making that drive, and it's boring. If I'm going to be honest, I get really bored. Turkeys are native to North America, so I guess they aren't as popular on other continents. They mature anywhere from 14 to 28 weeks, depending on the breed you get. Well, I mean, it seems like they'd be happy to move. What turkeys? Well, they'll forage for like worms and shit, right? You got to feed them much.
I don't think you got to pay any attention to them at all. I think they just sort of do their thing.
I know they're aggressive. Chicken is everywhere. It's what people want. Well, the chicken is. There's no finer animal to eat than the chicken. I cook so I don't get bored. I don't like cooking. I mean, I like the meal and everything, but it's just everything that goes around it. It's boring. And I've stopped. I don't watch TV ever. And it's when I'm around TV, it annoys me a lot. I've lost all tolerance for it. And of course, it's a lot of older people in my family that I have dinner with, and they like the TV on at about 10 billion decibels, roughly, on the most mind-numbingly boring channels. Well, managed to kill that artillery. I really need an artillery of my own. Kind of falling, grasping at dead straws. Well, Tiny Bolt, you're being... I don't know. You're going to have to give us... Maybe you don't want to give us some details here, but I feel like you're kind of teasing us, but, in a sort of a passive-aggressive way here.
Razor says a small audience. I love this. A dehydrated slug says ZZZ Civ, but I love PGP. Thanks. Civ, I don't know. It's stupid addictive. I like stupid addictive.
Family doesn't watch TV when we're together. Well, they're not watching it. It's just on. which is even more annoying. God, I don't think there's any chance I can do this without artillery. I'm not even going to try. Form core. A cannon core? What good did that do me? It's got 2 stars. But yeah, TV, they like, just leave it on some really annoying shit. Like that's the last time I was there, I was watching that, God, what was the name of that Ghost Hunter show? That actually entertained me, I gotta admit. It was so bad. Yeah, I think our acting at level 1 was better than that show. Ghost Adventures, that's what it was.
Yeah, that guy. Oh man, we talked about that before because that guy's just over the top. Omega says, got a Fujitsu Esprimo E900 i5 2500 and a 250-watt Platinum PSU. Well, it sounds like all you need is a graphics card and you're good to go.
Tiny Bolt says, I'm losing. Losing. Come on, Tiny Bolt. I know you're having a hard time. There's 1-0 in losing. My money support from the Gov. I'm not well enough to go back to full-time work, but if I can manage 16 hours a week, they will give me a top-up. My boss want me to work hours. I can't. It's just bullshit. I want to throw it all away and just say I can't work at all. Perhaps I'm too stupid for wanting to work. I don't know. I mean, there's so many details that are missing there. You get one of those holiday jobs, you can pack and ship for Amazon. I think that's like a peg above slave labor.
It's a great way to lose about 50 pounds.
I should probably sign up for that. You don't get paid much.
You get that upper body strength. It's amazing.
You're probably core strength because you're just standing in one spot and pivoting all day long and tossing packages.
I've become a little more than a package sorting robot. What is wrong?
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be a robot job real soon. You guys are killing it with your new Thanksgiving video. Sure to go viral. I don't know if it's sure to go viral.
Well, hey, help it go viral.
Yeah.
Share the shit out of it until
it's not
people
like
are
we
sick
can
of
do
you.
That. It's in your hands. But yeah, that was fun to do. I thought Krista, you might overlook her performance because she doesn't really say anything. But her reactions, I think she's like 100% better at her acting. Now I know that 100%, like 1 + 1 is 100%, but I'm saying it's a step in the right direction.
She definitely had a genuine look of being horrified, which is great.
And she knew what I was going to say beforehand. That wasn't the first take, so it wasn't genuine horror.
We've got some other takes of me too, but there already exist masks, memes of face mask me. That was too many M's, or my T's not strong enough, or too strong.
Can't do physical work. I have ME. What's ME?
Mechanical engineer?
No, this is some sort of disability or disease.
Oh.
Really hard to do anything with constant exhaustion and pain. Without, I'm guessing
Wait,
is what that is.
GM Liquid Media says $300 per month for 50 hours a week. 50 hours a week seems like a lot.
Yeah, I think that's sarcastic. He also says lunch is a quarter cup of rice.
Ooh, that's problematic.
You could do, I mean, I hate to tell anybody to do this, but you could do the call center job. That's an easy, you don't have to, it's not physical. Is data entry still a thing? Can you get, is that just like voice recognition these days?
Yeah, it's data entry is not really much of a thing.
Look at all these. The Catholics and the Taoists are just battling it out, and I don't know how to stop them. I don't even care really. Data entry still a thing in the government? Yeah, there you go. Get yourself a nice, comfy government job. I can't imagine. Well, I bet teaching in Thailand is probably less soul crushing, even at 50 hours a week, than America, because they're probably not as snowflake over there. Myalgic encephalomyelitis. Myelitis. That sounds bad just based on the complexity of the name. A range of neurological symptoms and signs, muscle pain, intense physical or mental exhaustion, relapses, and specific cognitive disabilities. Early reports dating from 34 describe epidemic. Wait a minute, Tiny Bolt. If you're like suffering and not having any money and all this shit, why are you constantly donating 350? You should stop doing that.
Yeah, stop doing that.
But yeah, that sounds pretty terrible. There's a lot of those weird diseases where they kind of just fuck you up in non-specific ways. And, you know, it's like it's easy to explain to somebody some things, but then you've got some things where it's like you need a 10-minute lecture just to explain it to people, and they're not going to sit there for that. There's no cure, of course not. Nothing gets cured. Although didn't I was something got cured recently, and I was like blew my mind. It was like, wow, modern medicine cured a thing, and it was a fairly serious one too.
Omega says the investigatory powers bill. Superchart is waiting for royal assent to the final stage of going live. Yeah, it's going to go live, so yeah. Black Fireburn says VPN time. Yup, you said it.
Oh, are you following the Pizzagate story at all?
I read that somebody's website got shut down, and it's like, wow, really? That
Reddit.
seems to be.
There was a subreddit.
Wow, that seems to be lending credence to that, or was that unlimited money lawyers?
Well, here's the thing. Here's my theory. I'm gonna. This is the double reverse conspiracy is what I would call this. So I looked into it. I watched a video. Somebody posted a video, and I read a couple of the things. So there are actually emails in that leak where they're clearly talking in code. And they talk about pizza related items. So they're talking about like cheese and hot dogs and pizza and Domino's. And it's like, doesn't make any sense, you know, it's just nonsense because those words are being used for something else. But what nobody has is this, the theorists posted this key where it's like cheese is equal little girl and hot dog is equal little boy and all this crazy stuff. And there is like that Rosetta Stone is missing. I don't know where they're getting this key from, like why those things mean what they say they do. So it's sort of like there's enough truth that 4chan and Reddit just ate it up and went crazy with it and started, you know, attacking people on Twitter and calling them and shit, doxing them. But there's not enough truth for any real evidence to be there. So my theory is if I'm the powers that be and I'm just getting ready to go on this big campaign of shutting down fake news, what better way to do that than to introduce this crazy theory that has enough realism that the internet will run with it, but it's very damaging to powerful people who will then immediately politicize it and publicize it and get behind the whole we got to do something about this thing.
Wow. That's not bad. That's wow. That could be legit.
Oh, you know what's cool? Your encampment can shoot as well as your city.
Oh, if anybody wants to buy a VPN, you should check out our support page on the website because if you buy through us, we earn a very small commission. But hey, every little every little bit helps.
Yeah, and that guy, he was telling me about his features that his VPN has. Seems like a pretty good one. I personally have not tried it yet, but
Did
if
we
you
post
use
the
their,
info for that one? I don't know if we did.
oh, do we have another one as well?
Yeah, we've got the other one that's up there is uh private internet access, which I've used for a very, very long
Oh, I
time.
have used that one. Yeah, yeah. I I use that one because you can use the Walmart gift card to get it. I like that. Well, I've got a knight. I don't know how he'll perform against helicopters, but I'm gonna try. I wonder what. How do I get helicopters? That's what I want. Plastic. And combustion. Oh, I'm way behind.
Thank you, Maximus.
Oh, we got another donation. Adobe Flash Player donated $6.02. That's a weird amount. Avogadro's number to determine the salt content with Team PGP. Oh, okay, that's why it's 602.
The salt content? We're not salty at all. We're actually pretty good. Intrepid Techie says that everybody see the Humble Bundle for Unix books. No, I missed that. Are they pretty good? Also, Intrepid Techie, check this out. Aw. Okay, here we go.
Affirmative, Captain. Enterprise out.
Oh my god, I've been playing with that so much, it's crazy.
Slowly, ideas.
Oh my god, I just now understood the invoice system.
That's what Rust Belt was talking about on the last game.
So is there a limit to how many I can send? Oh my god, I have like 30 invoice, more than 30.
What? What? You haven't assigned any of them? Oh my god. Don't feel bad. Every time I got the pop up, I only assigned one envoy because I assumed that was all I was getting every turn. So,
I never assigned any.
well, it's no wonder everybody hates you.
Well, they're gonna love me now.
This freak says my girlfriend appreciated your fake doors joke. By the way, she was kind of watching the last news show. Yay.
So helicopters don't get to retaliate against biplanes. That's interesting. Infantry versus helicopters is not a good move.
A world without radio is a deaf world.
Oh my god, did it heal all the way up? Good lord. Nearly impossible. I'm never going to get rid of this helicopter.
Now, the one thing I don't understand, and maybe chat can explain this to me, is can you send, like, what benefit is there from sending envoys to your own city? Or not envoys, but traders. Like, does that actually a thing, or do you need to do that, or is that done automatically? I've
No,
done that.
no,
I've done
that
that a
gets
time or two,
you.
but it doesn't seem like it does anything.
No, it gets production and food rather than gold.
Uh,
So I think you can move. This is the way it worked in the old game. Like a big city, like your capital, can export production and food to a starting city to move it along quicker.
Shit. Well, that explains a few things.
Yeah, let's just shoot confirms. I need to build some more traders, but these immortal helicopters are not going to make that possible.
Rust Belt also confirms. I'm just gonna have another cup of Earl Grey then. Screw you guys.
The release of atom power has changed everything except our way of thinking.
Just these helicopters. I don't know. I think I can make an anti-air. Yeah, okay. 2 more turns. Watching it 2 times speed. I don't know if I can enjoy that. Slow-mo Wendell sounds like some addict who's going on and on about conspiracies.
Tiny Bolt asked if I've tried Lady Grey. I have not. I like Earl Grey because it's just black tea with oil of bergamot. I had no idea.
What's Lady Grey? Uh-oh. There's that sound again. Spy capture. Is this... all the... helicopter didn't heal that turn. Maybe I can finally take it down. Oh my god, these clicks. Oh, barely survived. Damn it. Okay. Can I sacrifice? No. The musket men will not survive that. Let me just upgrade them. Oh, I got the helicopter. Finally. Now, of course, they'll just create another one.
Do you guys all know that we got a 20% off coupon in the store right now too, by the way? Don't want to plug the store too much, but my god, you guys are amazing. And Monday, we will have been operational for a month. We're not doing bad for it to only be a month old.
Oh, how did the video progress go?
I'm about 55% of the way through editing. I'm going to edit some more tonight, and I'll do some more in the morning, and I should be able to finish up.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Eh,
Editing video.
it's because I love you guys.
Oh, this is really cutting into my money. Okay, let's see. This city needs to grow. It needs an aqueduct. Cannons upgrade to machine guns. That's interesting. How do you feel about sixlets? Those are like the little off-brand M&Ms, right?
I don't know that I've had any.
They're sweeter, I think. Definitely a different flavor. I like them.
Have
From
I?
what I had them as a kid. It's been a long time.
Kamoka asked, have I ever used the old motion computing tablets from like the Core 2 Duo days? Yes, I have a Core M, not Core M. Yeah, I guess it is Core M, but the old Core M, not the new one, downstairs that was from a hospital. It's pretty crap.
Now, I thought artillery could shoot 2 squares, but I still can't fire on this city. I'm gonna have to stop just building units. Here we go, workshop. Oh, I'm running out of money. Rebase 2. There we go, that looks good.
TG asked, any type of this type of shirt with your faces on it? No, not that shirt. Maybe something tasteful.
We'll be seeing you adding more custom coasters this holiday weekend. I managed to build an actual coaster that works, that people will ride, and makes money. I really had to make a lot of sacrifices in terms of my creative vision, but it does work. I don't know if I'll do any of that. I mean, tomorrow I'm definitely going to be gone all day.
No one starts a war.
Unfortunately. So the only way to use the artillery is to move into range of the city. Oh, that's bullshit. What's the advantage of artillery over cannons if that's true? Maybe I can move my soldiers in to soak up the damage. Wow, the envoy system, I can't believe I fucked that up the whole time. That's ridiculous. I need more amenities, I need more housing, I need everything, but I'm at war, god damn it. Oh, and the city goes right after the artillery too. They're too smart. They know what's a threat to them. Minor wall damage. And he'll die next turn.
Why is a woman to be treated different?
It seems impossible to take out a city in this game. Until way later. One will just throw nuclear fission. God, I'm so far behind. I'm just now getting siege tactics. Maybe. Will that let me shoot over their walls? Earlier is easy. Yeah, but I mean, at this stage in the game, or do you just not take cities? I guess I could loot. Cause them some pain and suffering. Steam Awards. No Man's Sky nominated for the I Hope They Get Sued award. Is that actually, can you make your own awards? Any good deals on the Steam? I convinced. What did you get, Magica?
I did.
So we'll do Magica some point in the future. Whenever Krista gets done with her domestic duties. Doom is attractive at $20. I might pick that up.
It was a lot of fun, but it was stupid. It was just stupid fun.
$20 worth of stupid fun?
Easily $20 of stupid fun.
Although right now, Planet Coaster is... I don't know how much more I'm going to get out of that game, because I can already feel it getting a little bit old, but it's so much fun designing coasters, and even bathrooms.
Never criticize a rifleman until you've...
Krista told her mom about level 1. I'm not doing that. My parents do not need to. So many questions that I'm just not willing to put up with.
I'm glad that there are less questions now than there were before.
You've managed to keep all this time. Your family has no idea, right?
Yep.
I have always considered that the substitution of the internal combustion engine for the horse marked a very gloomy milestone in the progress of mankind.
I better go to stock exchange. I'm running out of cash. This army. This useless fucking army. I guess I could like swoop in and hit them with 3 different... Nah, that's stupid. I'm not going to do that.
Damien Anton says hello. Zoltan says soon Crease's mom is banned for causing a riot in the forum.
Can you imagine, like, if anybody said anything bad about Krista? That actually might be fun to watch. you think that, she would go straight to porn? There are other ways of making money on the internet. Did you guys hear about the British? They got some kind of trade deal that's going to make all the weird porn illegal. I bet some of our viewers are upset about that. Oh, I got a great person. Who do I got? I got Chester Nimitz. And I don't even know what this... Just use him. In some circles, lying and saying you're making money online with porn would be more acceptable than doing terrible blanket jokes. Terrible? There's nothing terrible about that joke. I mean, really. Let's think about it. Who are we making fun of there? Are we making fun of the Native Americans? No. It's not their fault that they got smallpox. We're making fun of the imperialists. And I don't know if any of you noticed, we're white males, except for Krista. That's our stereotype. You're allowed to make fun of your own stereotype. That's the rule. Isn't Brit porn always weird? Well, not anymore. It's not just Britain. It's the whole of the EU, I think. Japanese porn is weird. Well, did the Japanese consider their porn weird, or did they just consider ours like really tame or weird in its own way? I don't know. Yeah, this freaks the 4-digit rule, which is hilarious. Like, because you got to imagine the room full of bureaucrats that came up with that. Like, it's like, all right, and now on the table, fisting. How do we? But we can't call it that because that's too weird. How are we going to get around this? What's the wording of this law?
If winning isn't everything,
To make matters weirder, they censor it. Yeah, that's weird. Like, what's the rule in Japan? Is all porn censored? Because what about like the tentacle hentai porn? Maybe that's why that exists. You know, it's just to get around those limitations. Maybe it's very interesting. I don't think I would want to get desensitized with the weird shit. You know, that's sort of like you know, you hear about the rock stars and all the getting desensitized to just do normal sex and being into having to get into weird shit.
Damien N says, by the way, Wendell, sorry for shooting in the head a few streams back in GTA at the beginning of the stream. I was aiming for your driver. I wanted you all to myself. Oh, Lord.
The good thing about computers is that they do what you tell them to do.
Ah, this helicopter is threatening me. A neighborhood. Oh, okay, okay. I definitely need housing, right? So, well, do I though? I don't know, I might not. I wonder what if you really got rid of all the weird porn, what kind of GDP impact would that have, do you think? Oh, just go black market. I saw another article about India. I can't remember what it exactly was about. But they've done something else that's like made that currency ban a terrible idea.
I'm clicking on deal and nothing's happening.
There may be no forgiveness for politics.
As much as I like Asians, they're kind of boring in porn. What an oddly racist statement. Oh, where to build my neighborhood? Those are mines, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, here's the desert slot. Build it out here. If you get rid of porn, everyone has a smartphone. Well, they're not getting rid of porn. They're getting rid of weird porn. And that's like I don't know if I should even say weird because it's, you know, it's subjective. They're getting rid of non-mainstream, but you know what? This is like the fake news. Who decides what's weird? That's bullshit. Had to mention the Steam sale. I haven't found anything. Well, Doom. I mean, Doom for 20? Maybe. Maybe worth it. Anybody spot any other amazing deals? It's not like we have a ton of time to be gaming lately. See, this helicopter, like, it won't attack me, but it likes to creep around. The AI just really doesn't, it really doesn't want to engage in terms of military. How do I not already have Doom? I just never really, I mean, $60 or $50 or whatever it was. Just couldn't do it. Just Cause 3. I enjoyed Just Cause 3. I didn't play it after I streamed it though. It felt kind of repetitive. I wish prostitutes were legal in the UK. Yeah, legality of prostitution, like, I'm for it, I think. I don't think I would personally be into prostitution, but there is that public health issue. I mean, I guess Vegas kind of has it figured out.
I'm just happy there's no work tomorrow.
But you're going to be right here editing video in the office.
That doesn't count as work. That's way easier than what I would normally have to do. There's no mental fatigue associated with that. What are you talking about?
A tank. Now, a tank should finally give me some ability to damage these assholes.
It's like, solve these fifth order polynomials in your head all day. It's like, okay.
Oh, what's this?
Uh-oh, what's this?
Did somebody win?
Oh! We were
Is this
defeated?
the end of the world?
We were defeated by somebody. I'm gonna hit just one more turn.
I don't understand what happened. Oh, been defeated.
I hit just one more turn. Was that a Wonders victory?
I don't know what happened there. Who won?
Are you still playing?
I clicked one more turn, but I mean, it's kind of pointless, isn't it?
Is it? You want to start over?
Yeah, let's start over.
I'm gonna go ahead and save it just in case. I don't know who won. Are you gonna start or am I?
It doesn't matter. I can, I guess.
Can you make the AI retarded? Because that's what we need in order to play against them.
We had it on a pretty simple one, actually. I think we'll do better this time around. Everything's standard balanced. Let's turn off cultural victory, religious victory, and score. Domination and science, that's it.
Works for me.
No turn limit. Maybe that's what happened. I kind of doubt it, though, because we were playing real slow.
Yeah, it was only like 2100. And there's that option. Set the option that's like whatever does things in parallel or whatever they were telling us about last time.
We're already doing that.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, simultaneous turns. It's ready whenever you want to join. Grizz versus Wendell this time. We never found each other. Well, actually we did, but we were on different sides of the ocean there.
Can we... Oh, wait, there's difficulty.
It's Prince.
Can you change the difficulty of the other players?
But Prince is like dead in the middle, right?
Is it?
That's pretty easy.
Okay.
I mean, I guess we could go Warlord, but that seems like...
I was thinking like Settler. Is Settler a thing?
That's like 6-year-old level.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water,
Oh, I got America.
beasts,
I'm the Romans, apparently.
to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now
That was a religious victory.
quest.
I never saw an option to create religious units. How does that even work?
Oh, you can totally create... that's what those missionaries and shit were. Like, you don't create them, you just create the environment for them.
Okay, what do I got here? I got copper. That needs mining. I've got irrigation. Yeah, mining it is. I never founded a religion. I was never asked to. Generate faith. I built some monuments and shit.
It is not wisdom, but authority.
I don't understand how sometimes you move your unit and then they've got a little bit left over, but they can't actually do anything. Oh, so there's only like so many religions. That makes sense. Seems like a waste. I wouldn't mind dying in a pile of coke on top of a hooker playing Pokemon. Well, I'm sure you can make that a reality with enough money.
What was the turn that you're supposed to found another, like have settlers or whatever?
As soon as you can find a good spot for them.
It's like turn 15 or something.
I don't think there's like a rule or anything.
If there are no dogs in heaven,
The channel is going to get flagged by Twitch. For what? Fake news? GoFundMe. Oh, for the pile of coke and hooker. Well, a pile of coke. How much? I don't know what measurements of cocaine cost. But you're only gonna if you're gonna die in a pile. Maybe we could just get some white sand so you feel like. I mean, we'll get real cocaine for you to use, but then white sand, so you feel like you're in a pile of it, but you're never going to really use that. Is Amazon the last big tech corporation that hasn't gone evil yet? I think if you talk to some of the Amazon employees, they might tell you that it has. Just enough to OD? I guess Coke OD is definitely a thing, right? Probably wouldn't take a whole lot for a new user. Just about baby powder, cocaine is cut with. Yeah, but I don't think you're gonna get same experience snorting baby powder. Otherwise, the baby powder would always be sold out. Game's waiting on me, but I'm done. I didn't click. Yeah, I think Amazon will robotize, but see, robots are going to take over everything, and something's got to give because there's too many people. I don't know how that's going to play out. It's going to be interesting.
No man ever wetted clay and then left it. Skill without imagination is craftsmanship.
Oh, that was my last. I thought the builder had 4 attacks. But he's only got 3. Distill Red Bull, and they make caffeine powder you can buy. I don't know if caffeine passes through membranes. It probably does. Yeah, you can use like the soap, right?
Yep.
There you go. Whip yourself up a caffeine enema, and that will definitely fuck your heart up. %50 of all jobs disappearing in 5 to 10 years. That's revolution territory right there. I don't know what's going to happen. I would suggest you start learning some robotics.
Lua script, a little Python, goes a long way. Inverse kinematics if you want to be fancy.
Basic income, though, I don't think that'll work because, at least not in America, because America is totally based off of selling you new shit constantly. It's consumerism. And how does basic income work with consumerism? Especially if everybody wants the same shit. You can't create an Apple style company with basic income because it's all about the haves and the have-nots. Tribal village. So I guess we just incorporate them into the empire if we build there. Oh, you got to turn on the this is a pretty fruitful location. Not much production, but if I can get right there. Alright, that sounds good.
I don't have to build there, Team PGP, just send a unit there.
That's the positive aspect of trade.
Build what? Oh, the village. Well, I was gonna let him be in my my empire. Now the problem I have here is I've left Washington naked. And that's gonna be bad. Fuck it, I'm settling here. But I don't want to waste building another unit until I can get my archers out. You know, it's funny you say Chris is doing the white girl thing and baking pumpkin spice stuff. Yesterday she was itemizing all the things she's going to bake, and it's literally all pumpkin spice. Yeah, basic income's not the same as like unemployment, because we have unemployment, but basic income is literally like, here's money, just live, because we don't need workers. It's kind of like, you know, subsidizing life. And I think a lot of people would be satisfied with that. I'm not sure I would. It's not enough to do fun stuff. It's just enough to survive, basically. But it would get rid of all those programs and all the fraud and waste. You wouldn't have to worry about, you know, figuring out who's should get it and shouldn't. America has you have unemployment insurance, so you have to have had a job and paid into it. They send you a little report every so often. It's like, hey, if you were to get fucked up tomorrow, here's what we'd pay you. Which is interesting. Yeah, everybody gets it. So like, if it's done right, even people who are working should get it. You know, universal really means universal. Ah, these stupid fucking horses. All right, time for some archers. I think basic income would lead to a golden age of science. It would either lead to a golden age of science or idiocracy. It would definitely be interesting if we go universal income as the media finally breaks down and nobody cares about TV and newspapers and shit, because you would have all these people with time on their hands to create that kind of stuff. That would be probably a lot of entertainment. I don't think it would work though, because you know, there's always going to be a desire, fear, and greed. Greed is always going to lead to trying to get more than your share, and fear is going to lead to trying to stop other people from getting your share. Uh-oh. That wasn't good. There's this crazy thing in America where we have, like, if you're a single mother, you can get so much federal benefit money that if you're making 30,000 a year and you get a raise that takes you to like 35, or maybe it's 3540, something like that, because that will knock you out of benefits, going from 30,000 a year to 45 or 35 will cause your gross income to go from like 60 grand to 45 grand, because you'll lose all your subsidies. So you actually don't want that raise as a single mother. That's how fucked up the system is. Go back and study biology. I think going back to college would be incredible if you didn't have to work at the same time. Although everybody hated the adult students in college. Well, I mean, we're all technically adults, but like the older people, because you could tell a lot of them like that was all they were doing, and they were real, like, you know, they'd learned the discipline that we hadn't, and they would crush us on the tests and the homework and stuff, really go out of their way, make us all look bad.
How the tables have turned.
And it's like, oh, you weren't out drinking last night. Good job, asshole. What about a system where government gives you a baseline amount and they went, I don't think you're going to beat capitalism. I mean, it works pretty well. Got to get the government out of the equation, not add more. GTA 5, 50% off. Wolford, don't you already have GTA?
Definitely does.
If you tax purchases, it can be quite regressive on low income earners. Well, if you're low income, you should be saving your money, and then you don't get taxed at all. It's a incentive to do the right thing and not overspend. It makes perfect sense. Plus, you get the black market, you get the hookers and the clergy and all that bullshit, the drug dealers. Taxing sales instead of income that makes so much sense that the only reason they don't do that is because it's, corruption.
Look back over the past with its change.
Oh, Pantheon. I feel like I'm doing this wrong. I'm going to take production. I think that's what I took last time.
While Runner says my hands smell like pork chops. Well, my cat's breath smells like cat food. I don't have a cat.
The man who has grit enough to bring about the afforestation.
Oh, I need that irrigation, son. Well, that's it for my builder. God, builders are just not good in this game. Am I anywhere near the water? I'm not. So sailing is going to have to wait, I think. Insurgency was the Counter-Strike thing from a few streams ago. $1.99. $1.99 doesn't seem like a terrible price for Insurgency. That was kind of fun.
Who deserves more credit than the white? Mysticism is the mistake.
Can we buy Team BTP a house pet? See, we're not good at keeping things alive. Oh, listen to this idea. Wendell's going to get a bonsai tree. But he's bad at keeping things alive. We've already learned this. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a like a Raspberry Pi or something, and integrate that. It's going to be the Internet of Tree. And you're going to be able to monitor it. And if Wendell's not taking care of it, you have to tweet him and harass him so that he keeps his tree alive.
Your Patreon dollars at work powering a chatbot embodied in a bonsai tree. We're totally not wasting the Patreon dollars. Not at all.
That won't cost much. Oh, this warrior's in trouble. This could be bad. I cannot afford to lose this settler. Just purchased Rocket League. Oh, you're in for some fun. Bonsai need to be watered on a pretty regular basis. Okay, so there'll be a...
I got it covered.
Is it hydrometer? Is that what measures water?
Probably.
We'll get one of those, plug it into the Pi. There'll be a website. I mean, I don't know if we're actually going to do all this, but if ideally, be a website, you go to it, you're going to see the levels, and if they're not right, you just tweet a Wendell and shame him into watering his fucking tree.
A strong economy begins with a strong, well...
I didn't say hydrometer, I said hydrometer with a G. Get one white lab rat and feed it M&Ms. What would we be learning there? We know what sugar does to lab rats. There's a billion studies about that. How much more powerful is a Pi compared to a typical Arduino board? Well, there's different kinds of Pis. But this won't need much horsepower.
The Arduino is 16 megahertz 8-bit. The Raspberry Pi is like 500 megahertz on up. 32-bit, 64-bit, something like that. 512 megs of RAM versus 8 kilobytes. Several orders of magnitude.
I hate that when you upgrade, you lose your turn. See, now, Riddick lives, this is not a watering system. This is merely a system to measure the health of the tree in various ways. Wendell has to be responsible himself. That's the whole point.
Although I might just set it up so that I can tweet back at it to initiate water.
That's going to end badly. We're going to come back to the studio, and it's going to be like an inch of water in the floor, and the tree's going to be dead.
I do plan to put RGB lighting under the pot, though, because the pot I have in mind to use has little claw feet and sticks up off the table. So...
these fuckers are all over me. Okay, so I can attack. Get him out of the way. Are you going to make your dot matrix robot trim the bonsai? He's not going to have arms. Have you heard what Corey Feldman said about Hollywood? Supposedly there's a bunch of pedos. Yeah, he claims that both he and those other kids that were in all those movies were abused. But that was a long time ago he said that, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's been a while, yeah.
Is somebody trying to like resurface that because of the pizza? I'm telling you what Pizzagate's all about.
Jobs until further notice is here. How's it going?
I don't think he's the only one. I think they've also accused what was that guy who had all the boy bands? He's been accused of that too.
The producer?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Alan Debra's here.
Okay, I gotta say the monument. Boy bands are 18 years old. I don't know that they were in every case, no, because some of those, they start real young.
Like Hanson?
I don't know if they were part of that whole thing, but I mean, I guess that is an example, yes. Oh, can my barbarians survive one turn against these horses? They might not be able to. And I'll lose that settler and I will be unhappy. At some point, it's not pedos anymore, just gay. Yeah, but the assumption is the boy bands aren't necessarily gay. They're, being forced into it, so it's still not cool. Oh, he just barely survived. Okay, good.
Bronze is the mirror.
Well, now I gotta heal him up, though. I think that certainly would explain why some of those people are so wacky. Not only do you have to live with the fame and all that shit, but being abused before it all happens. Tonight is a roller coaster of shit. Yeah. Well, are you talking about the chat, or are you talking about your own personal issues again? Who would want to fuck Hanson? A lot of guys when I was in high school were like thinking that the middle-aged one was a girl. I mean, still at that point, that's a very young girl, so hopefully you're not having those thoughts, but it was pretty androgynous. He. they turned out to be good-looking dudes. No homo. I guess they're still. You could probably tour off of that, even though it was like, well, they have 2 hits. I can only think of the one.
I don't know how many hits they had. It's really disturbing.
New York needs housing. Well, give me a fucking minute. Cheers to all those working Thanksgiving. I wonder if Thanksgiving, like in a lot of those jobs, is probably a pretty chill day because probably not a lot of people showing up. Maybe. You think strip clubs are open on Thanksgiving? I bet they are. And you're definitely getting like 3rd or 4th string strippers on Thanksgiving. Although maybe, I don't know. Somebody needs to research that. In the future, all males are born gay. Again, I will recommend the book The Forever War, where that literally happens. And these guys, time dilation, they go out to fight the aliens, and they come back, and everybody's gay.
There's a bunch of barbarians. I don't know where their encampment is, and they're driving me nuts.
Yeah, barbarians are definitely a pain in the ass in this game. The best hookers don't have families, that's why they're there. These are strippers, not hookers. Maybe Thanksgiving dinner is good at a strip club. I've never been to a strip club that had a buffet. I know they exist, but that just seems. I don't know. I don't see the appeal there.
Each of us is carving a stone, erecting a column, or cutting a piece of politics is the art of the possible.
Can you not shoot over a river? Is that a rule? Given our population, I guess it's expected. I don't think that's how nature's going to fight back. I think nature's just going to kill us, most of us. Well, I don't think it's not fair to blame nature. You know, it's just like we're going to do some stupid stuff and we're going to die because of it. Want a new strat game, but hesitant to pull the trigger on this. I mean, it's close enough to the last one that just go buy the last one on the Steam sale if you really. Although if you love strategy games, you probably already got it. Stellaris. Get Stellaris. That's good. I always found strip clubs rather boring. Dancing against the pole makes me yawn. I blame porn. I I get a little bit offended. I mean, I haven't been to a strip club since I was in college, but it's like the girls would insult your intelligence. They would come up and they'd be like, "Hey, I need to give you a dance," and they would make promises that it's like, "Come on, sweetie, we both know you're lying to me here. Do we really need to make me feel bad just to insult my intelligence here?" Never played a Civ game. Wow, shit. Just get the last one. Get the Game of the Year edition with all the DLC and everything. Probably real cheap right now. And if you fucking love it, you got this to look forward to. It's a little bit better, but just a little bit. I get triggered by strippers. Well, I mean, come on. Don't make me promises that we both know are it's not even legal for you to fulfill. You're gonna do half a Bon Jovi song. What music do they play in strip clubs these days? Like somebody who's recently been to one. Is it like rap and stuff now? Was I turned down my first time by a stripper? Why would a stripper turn you down? For what? I'm talking about like they come by most of the time in strip clubs I've been to, which is it's a small number, but I feel like it's pretty normal because I've been to them in different states. They come and they try to get you to do the couch dance or the table dance or the lap dance or whatever the fuck it is at that club. And they're telling you things that are going to happen during this dance that you know are not going to happen. What's going to happen is it's going to cost you $20, $40, whatever, and you're going to be frustrated. Cherry pie by Warrant. I guess some things never change. War never changes.
Oh my god.
The other scam is it's like, hey, X dollars will get you 3 songs. 3 songs? You're going to play 30 seconds of them. Doesn't matter what's 3 songs. It's not even going to be one whole song. It's bullshit. Closest strip club is 3 hours away. Wow. There's a strip club in Canada, I think. And it's this place where the whole point of this town is like to service the deer hunters. And they only, deer season is only so many weeks. So there's a strip club that opens up for like 6 weeks a year. And it's only for deer hunters that are out here. And they're supposed to be like out in the woods hunting the deer. But instead they just go to the strip club. Strippers and Fallout music would be an interesting match. I don't think there's much of a beat to Fallout music to dance to.
Like to the apples on the Dead Sea shore, all ashes to the taste.
Strip clubs are outdated. I don't know about outdated. I mean, I think there's always going to be a market for it for sure. Some guys are just looking for human contact. That's an easy way to buy it. Legal, easy way.
Wealth consists not in...
I feel like I'm building my cities too close together, but there's so many cities around me, I don't feel like I got a choice.
Yeah, that's definitely, especially with the district system, that's something you got to consider. But I, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is there. Oh, I've just found a new person. Now I can send envoys, and I actually know what that means.
No hour of life is wasted.
My 2 cents about strip clubs is the cleanliness. You know, that stage is clean like once a week. Some of them have STDs, bodily fluids on that couch and on the carpet. Money goes into G-string to the bartender making a drink. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a concern. But if you're, I mean, if you're looking for the strip club experience, I don't think you're too concerned about that.
If bread is the first necessity...
I guess this is a decent spot to found my city. Maybe I should move one more. Yeah, that's definitely a better spot. Chad is thankful for porn strippers this year. I bet there's some Native American themed dancers tomorrow. I don't get strip clubs. Porn is clearly cheaper and will show you a lot more. I think it's the personal, you know, in-person thing that gets you in there. Also, it's a thing where, like, I think porn stars will do... Well, this was, like, back in the 90s when porn stars were, like recognizable. Now there's so much porn. Is that still a thing? Does anybody know what porn star's name? Anyway, back then they would go to strip clubs and like they would tour the country. So your favorite porn star you could go and actually see in person strip at your local strip club. I always thought that was interesting. Wonder how much it costs to rent a porn star? Charlie Sheen, according to the girl, paid $30,000 for a week. Wrote her a check.
Wow.
And the bank that she went to in Hollywood to cash the check didn't have $30,000 cash.
So you think maybe that doesn't happen very often?
Someone tries to get $30,000 out of a bank? Almost never.
I mean, in Hollywood. I mean, that seems pretty typical. What with, Hollywood.
Well, I don't think they usually pay by check. I think that's a uniquely Charlie Sheen kind of thing to do. Pay a hooker with a check. Jerry Springer got caught. The reason they caught him with a prostitute is because he tried to pay her with a check. Checks are rare. Everyone uses debit credit cards here. I don't think this porn star was equipped to take debit card payment. She also claimed that they never actually had sex, but there were other porn stars there who he gave the same deal to, and he did have sex with some of them, but he was on so much crack that he forgot most of them were there, and they pretty much spent the whole week just watching TV and hanging out. Which civilization? Oh, you're Rome, right?
Yep.
America's the last bastion of the check. When I'm at the grocery store and there's an old lady writing a check, I get so angry because it's like, dear God, I know your bank offers you a debit card. It's easy to use, but you're going to write this fucking check and hold the line up for an extra minute. They need to learn about Bitcoins. Can you imagine a hooker trying to explain to a guy? It's like, no. You need to. Let me explain the blockchain to you here, Bob. It's going to take you 3 to 5 days to clear this transaction and get your Bitcoin. Then come back, and we'll trade for sex.
And all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer.
I think this game's proceeding a lot quicker than the last one.
Just looked up the girl. Yeah, I don't remember being particularly impressed by her looks-wise, but you know, I mean, Charlie Sheen was certainly the kind of guy who could have gotten normal women. I mean, he was famous and he was rich. I think he was looking for the experience, you know, like he wasn't. That first wife of his was gorgeous, and then the second one was too. What was her name? She was a Bond girl. Oh, what government do I want? Melee strength, housing. That's what I want. Whereas Krista doesn't have the heart for Civ. Well, she doesn't have Civ, but she's busy baking a variety of pumpkin spice dishes for Thanksgiving.
The Lord made us all out of iron.
The Congo. Let's see. What was I doing? Oh yeah, that was incense, and then farms. Pumpkin is meh. It's all about the squash. I don't think pumpkin spice tastes like pumpkin, but I do love pumpkin spice stuff. It's I don't. I mean, it's mostly just sugar, I guess. But there is something. It's like sugar and cinnamon and something. Pumpkin pie. That's good.
Well-made pumpkin pie is good. Pumpkin pie made from high fructose corn syrup is less than good.
Sometimes the wheel turns. Invincibility lies in the defense.
Well, any kind of pie can be done poorly. And if you need proof of that, go to O'Charlie's. They have the worst pie in the Western Hemisphere. I don't think it's bullshit that only white girls get to enjoy pumpkin spice. Fuck that. Everybody should be able to enjoy pumpkin spice. I'm going to put a stop to this nonsense. They're still calculating pie? Oh, they're sure as fuck still calculating at O'Charlie's. The answer they're getting is wrong.
It's so wrong, it may have been a division by 0.
It's infinitely bad. Look, I've already got these fucking missionaries. How do I get missionaries? I'm gonna buy this game. Give me a good starting pointer. Expand rapidly. Prepare your asshole for barbarians. Costco is where I get the American food from over there. They have OK pie. I don't buy a lot of store pies.
Angloff, are we playing against each other? No, we are not. We're terrible. We're only like 9 hours. We've only played this game 9 hours. Can you believe
But
this?
we are technically, I mean, we're playing multiplayer. We just haven't encountered one another. Don't have an oven. Wow. That's weirder than the people who don't have microwaves. Who's this? Mohenjo-Daro? Is that a city-state? Who the fuck is that? Let's see, this is Congo. Was the Congo ever a powerful nation-state?
No, not that I know of.
Costs more power to use the stove? Well, is power that expensive in Korea? Monthly electric bill is $5 to $10. Well, what the fuck are you complaining about?
Anybody want to bug me with tech questions while we're having the absolutely impenetrable whatever? Alaskan Rift says, "What's your favorite flavor of tea?" Which is Earl Grey. I've drank an entire pot of Earl Grey.
Now we're talking about hair color. Desert blondie. Most people who live in deserts aren't blonde. Earl Grey is for scrubs. Based on what? How do you drink your tea? I do sugar and milk. Wendell's an unsweet tea kind of guy. Southern sweet tea, I mean, it's basically just sugar water. It's good and everything, but... What would you rather only ever use Apple products or have to walk everywhere?
I could deal with Apple products as long
Do
as
you-
they were free. If I have to pay for them, I'm going to be real unhappy about that.
Do you... But what if you have to use that OS, nothing else?
Jesus Christ. I mean, I could replace most of it. If I have to, if I'm not
No,
allowed
that's
to
part
use,
of the deal is you have to use their operating systems.
can I use like Homebrew to upgrade everything? Because that would just be bad. That would be like,
Were you going to write your own operating system?
no, just like a Homebrew would replace the version of Bash that comes with OS 10 and does a whole bunch of other things, but it's still OS 10 or Mac OS, I guess it is now.
I don't know.
It's a gray area.
I think you're betraying the spirit of the question. Correct me if I'm wrong. Does Earl Grey have a grapefruit juice effect on some medical? I don't know what the grapefruit juice effect is. What is that? Oh, converts barbarian units to my control. Suddenly I want a barbarian in my life. Grapefruit affects liver enzymes and blood. I don't like grapefruit juice at all. I think that's a terrible, terrible flavor.
Prune juice definitely clears me out. So, is that related to grapefruit?
No, apparently it's like a medication. It interacts in ways that is undesirable. Pepsi scrub. Krista, when she's at a restaurant, and I'm talking about the same rotation of restaurants every week, or at least every 2 weeks. So you'd think that the memorization would kick in, but inevitably, if they serve Coke, she'll ask for Pepsi, and vice versa. Every time. It never fails. And she hasn't figured out just to be like cola, you know? Dr. K is Dr. Pepper clone. Dr. Thunder. The first time I saw Dr. Thunder, that's the Walmart brand, I laughed for like 10 minutes. Dr. Thunder, what an incredibly great name for a soda. Because what does thunder have to do with Dr. Pepper? Nothing. The answer is nothing.
Smudge says, too much info, guys. Well, it's fine.
Too much info about what?
I assume my colon.
Well, okay. Fair enough. Did I just build a spearman? And if so, where are they? Oh, they're over there. Okay, okay. I'm not crazy when it puts my military units in the encampment rather than the city. It's confusing and disconcerting.
Without mathematics,
Wendell, what would it take for you to switch jobs to, say, puzzle designer or packing racker?
What's a packing rack?
I don't know what a packing racker is. I wonder if I should just go ahead and attack the Congo. You're just racking packing materials. I don't think you could do that job. You'd
I
go
don't think I could do
crazy.
that job either. Yeah. Now, puzzle designer. We did make a sort of fun game that's probably retarded that we might release soon. It's basically done, but we might release that. I don't know. Might be fun. A fun little level 1 game. I think it's fun.
So ableist. How rich would I be if I became Charlie Sheen's drug dealer? Well, if you didn't get caught, pretty rich. Is puzzle designer a mind-numbing job? I think he's talking about like crossword puzzles, not fun, like interesting puzzles. There isn't a price that could. Well, I mean, any job, if the price was high enough, do it for a day, and then retire. That seems to make total sense. Why not do that? Yeah, my price is 20 million a day, and I'm quitting tomorrow. Oh, what is this? Too close? Ah, bullshit. Why can't I settle here? And now they've. Uh-oh. What did I do here? Oh, I clicked out of the window. They've got me boxed in. Oh, damn it. Okay, so let's go. $20 million today to test this untested drug. What does it do?
What are the ingredients of the untested drug?
Yeah, there's a lot of variables there. You ever see those jobs where they'll pay you to, like they'll be doing one of those crazy studies where it's like, what you have to do is you have to stay in bed for 30 days. You can't get out of the bed except to use the bathroom, and you can like bring whatever media you want or whatever, but you cannot get out of this bed. I saw that was a job at one point. Tiny Bolt's 3 a.m. Stay strong, Tiny Bolt.
Good night, Tiny Bolt, if you choose to leave us. Let's know if we can do anything to help.
Africola? I've never heard of that. That must be a Euro thing. 30-day weekend? Yeah, but think about that. Like, sometimes if you stay in bed too long, it starts to get uncomfortable. But you can never alleviate that. Why the fuck can't... Oh, because of the Congo. I'm gonna have to settle on top of this plantation. strippers are really expensive here in Australia. We haven't been talking about strippers for like half an hour. Magic Breezy, did you just get here? Bed sores? Well, bed sores, you have to be in like the same position. You could roll over and avoid bed sores. Moving as little as you can for 30 days sounds like all kinds of bad. I don't think you have to like be still. Yeah, it's a NASA thing. So it's all about like, what if we had a tiny little space for you on a space flight and you were there for, X number of days. So you could move around and, you could probably get some sort of exercise just flopping around or whatever, but you have to stay in that bed. Plus, the other thing you're not considering here, zero privacy. But if you're really disciplined, it could be like prison. You could use it, you could like learn a trade or whatever. Learn some programming languages. I think you're allowed to have a laptop. And I don't know if it was NASA, but I think there was some place that was looking to do a similar type of thing. And no strikers, no bedpans. You get to like get up to poop and pee, I think. But they were doing another study, and it was similar where you weren't going to do anything, and you were going to smoke weed for 30 days. And they provided all the food. And I guess that was to figure out, like, how damaging to the body that kind of thing could be. For spaceflight, why not medically induced coma? Well, I'm sure that has side effects. Why can't you leave? Oh wait. Oh yeah, Magic Breezy, we're talking about a job here. Not leaving is part of the job. Do they also force you to listen to the Smoke Weed Every Day song 24/7? I don't think that's part of it. Is that actually a song? I mean, I know I've heard like that in Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg songs, but is there actually a song titled that? I remember watching that. The guy made the Super Size Me movie. The McDonald's every day for 30 days thing. So then the comedian Doug Benson decided to do one where he got high all day every day for 30 days, and then completely cut it off for 30 days. And I learned a very important lesson from watching that documentary, and that is Doug Benson isn't funny.
apprentices in a craft.
Ever since I got this guy that can convert barbarians, I haven't seen a single one.
I've got plenty on my side of the map.
So much debris in space that if you didn't have a deflector field of some sort traveling that distance, you'd be certain to die. Isn't it kind of like the ocean though, where there's just like big empty spots? There's got to be vast distances that are empty. But that is something I've always wondered about faster than light. You know, they have to have some way to deal with running into shit.
There is, but there's also the possibility that there's, you know, things moving through space that are basically bullets, like stray bullets, even at the atomic level. So it's degrading your DNA real fast.
And also, as you increase your speed, the smaller and smaller things are going to be more and more deadly. There's a lot to think about when it comes to the old space travel. I don't think we're going to get those answers during my lifetime. Where are all those people talking about moving to Canada? They should move to space. I don't think space has the space station. Maybe I don't think they're inviting anybody. Martin Shkreli is the greatest troll to ever live. I mean, he's a jerk off, but you got to go read, if you haven't, go read his tweets to all those celebrities the day after Trump won, because he just keeps up in the ante. He offers them his private jet to take them to Canada. He offers them 30 days at a luxury hotel in Canada to get them started. Eventually, he's offering them $100,000 each seed money to get started in Canada. And his best tweet was to what's the comedian woman from Ghostbusters that's really Amy Schumer. It was, you know, at Amy Schumer. Private jet is fueled up and waiting on the runway. I assume you'll be eating the equivalent of 5 adult people, so private chef also waiting.
Oh. Sometimes the pathfinding in this game is really, really extra retarded.
Well, sometimes things are in your way that you don't realize.
The 4 building blocks of the unit.
Also, ableist. I don't think Canada needs a wall. Canada doesn't have a ton of people. I mean, you know, for all the land they've got. Most of it's just cold and horrible, and you don't want to be there. Did you see the... I think this was real. It wasn't like a Not the Onion kind of article, but... Or actually, I think it was a Not the Onion article. The Northern Territories did a billboard and it was CU in the Northern Territories, but they used the letter C.
Yeah, saw that. Cunt.
It's like,
Yeah, it's just like,
I think to move to Canada, you have to prove that you're going to be like a productive citizen or something. Oh yeah, renouncing U.S. citizenship. Like they really. It's like when you're trying to quit a game, and it's like, are you sure? But 10 million times. Because they want that tax money. And they'll get it no matter where you go.
Normal people believe that if it ain't...
But yeah, nobody's going anywhere. Nobody's moving. People said that same shit about Obama. Although, there wasn't as much butthurt. I mean, people were whining about it, yeah, but they didn't stop traffic.
there was some website that I saw earlier that was adding like $20,000 or $200,000 every 20 or 30 minutes. It was like some nonprofit that somebody had founded to like investigate voting irregularity somewhere. That's just somebody getting rich. It's like, yes, give me money for your outrage.
That's smart, yeah. Apparently, Planned Parenthood is getting record inflows because people are donating in Mike Pence's name. To get a work visa for Canada, you need a 4-year Bachelor's of Science and have a job willing to sponsor you. Yeah, but what about actual citizenship? I think most people are looking for a forever home. There were only those two candidates. The actual outcome of the election can never be considered disappointing, whatever it is. See, here's my opinion on that. For all the people who are suddenly freaking out and like they can't believe it and their world is shattered and they don't even know, like, they don't know how they will function and everything's wrong and it's terrible. I felt that way every day for the last 16 years. That's how you should feel. That's the proper feeling that you should have. But you should have had it long before now. We have a lot of kids due to the baby bonus. Baby bonus? What irresponsible country is offering a baby bonus? Oh, that's disgusting. Wonder how much a slave would cost nowadays. Robots are going to be cheaper than people. I wouldn't invest in slaves. Do I want this shitty horseman? I guess I do. Oh. Oh god, is he going to capture him now? Oh, I can establish a religion. Alright. So I get a religion. Buddhism, Catholicism, Confucianism. So many to choose from. Custom? Oh, let's do a custom religion. We're gonna call it... Actually, this might be too much responsibility. We'll do the Cult of Cthulhu.
All hail.
So we can do Jesuit education, religious community, reliquaries, or Zen meditation. I guess I'll go with that one just because I want housing. And then, what do you think? I think Cthulhu would probably be combat strength. Yeah. That seems correct. Sweet. Pastafari. I hate Rasta music. I hate Rasta music. Like, it's even though I'm the one generating the hate, I realize how overdone my hate is. I'm like, why do I hate this so much? But I do. And I feel that I have a good reason to. Did he attack? What the fuck happened there? Okay. I'm gonna need to... they're gonna kill me. Okay. A defensive city settlement. Oh, I got the Holy Grail. Wow. That's an interesting great work to create. Did you get any great works last game?
Yeah, I got like 28 of them. Acelwin says, hello, I installed Fedora 25 last night on my laptop. How is it? It's just released. I love it. It's a lot better than Fedora 24. Did you install RPM Fusion? Because you totally need RPM Fusion.
It is the mark of an educated man.
When did you read the article by the Tesla guy about how rotten the security in Linux is?
No. That would be interesting.
Compared to what, though?
Was he taking into account like App Armor and SE Linux and all that? Because except for the backdoors that the NSA planted, SE Linux is pretty good.
The one thing about that whole, like,
Compared to Windows 10? No.
yeah, that's...
Bullshit.
Wait, are you saying Linux is bad compared to Windows 10?
That's what apparently the Tesla guy was saying.
How, is he... like, does he have experience in the software world?
Musk, he founded PayPal.
So I guess, Tesla will be partnering with Microsoft.
Oh, it's Chris Evans from Tesla. I'll have to go read that. I missed that. I've got a lot of work to do in the forums, actually. I've got to merge some threads and crap. I've been AFK for like the last 7 or 8 days just dealing with random crap.
So many great people. Where did the panic for the fake news come from? Yeah. It came from Donald Trump winning the election and Brexit happening. They're losing control of the narrative, so get rid of the competition. Real simple. So wait. All current Teslas are not going to get future autopilot? That seems like that would kill them as a company. Don't you think?
They want to avoid open source licenses? Jesus, they've gone full Apple.
See, I don't trust that motherfucker. I've never liked him. Tesla and Google's another one. Google is not your friend. Google's bad. They're just waiting to become Apple.
You see, it's interesting. One of Eric's friends is very against open source licenses in the industry because they think that, you know, between the BSD license and the GPL, or the MIT license and the GPL, those licenses have been better for the commercial industry than the GPL ultimately. It's an interesting perspective. I think that would not be true if the GPL did not exist, but their argument seems to be that if the breakdown were like their argument seems to be predicated on the assumption that the breakdown of open source software used commercially is about 70-30 GPL and BSD MIT type licenses that don't require you to open your source. And he's thinking if the breakdown were the other way, 70%, you know, it's commercial BSD, we don't care, 30% GPL, the open source would be 10 years ahead of where it is now. It's an interesting perspective.
Can't trust tech giants to do good. Who's left to worship? Worship anybody. Worship is bad. Replace worship with question. You'll always be disappointed. Warship, Wendell? Yeah, he identifies as a battleship sometimes. Did you see that the ship that fires the $800,000 missiles broke down?
No!
They had to tow
No.
it.
It was towed. No. Well,
Yeah.
somebody is going to be very upset.
I think that was the second time it's happened too. Fake news stuff is borderline censorship. Borderline? There ain't no border. Now, you got to remember though, if it's a private company, or not a private, even a public company doing it, they're allowed to do whatever the fuck they want. But you should remember that if they're doing that, you should not depend on them for any kind of news. Force Wendell for president. I think you do have a choice. You can turn down the presidency. I don't think it's a like that would be hilarious if you like it's a sitcom and every day it's you trying to escape the White House. They keep catching you and dragging you back and making you like come up with policies and shit. All right, so I've got my religion. Now, how do I make religious? Oh, here we go. Purchase missionary. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I got some faith. I'll buy one of those. Yeah. All right. Cool. Fuck it. I'll buy several.
You can't go around arresting.
Can finally get rid of these filthy Catholics. I would immigrate to the USA to vote for Wendell.
Aw, thanks. Kind of weird, but thanks.
Well, I hate to disappoint you, but one of his policies is no immigrants. You think Google and Trump are both Manchurian candidates? I doubt that. I saw one guy had a theory that the reason. So Melania is not going to live in the White House. Did you see that?
I didn't see that. No. Oh, she's gonna. Oh, wait. She's gonna stay with the children, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I think that was just a PR move to be like, look, I'm trying to keep my business separate from the White House. I don't know, whatever.
Well, but yeah, probably. But the thing is, wait, how can I attack?
Remember that people break down.
Like when I mouse over another religious unit, I see it gives me like a victory thing, major victory, but I can't actually attack. How do you do that?
I had that problem a few minutes ago. I just had to like click around them, and then it was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll totally do that. Are you getting the red reticle on it? Like you can totally do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to click around it like an idiot because I was having that trouble with barbarians. I was like, attack the goddamn barbarian! And it was like,
Oh.
no.
And I accidentally moved, and so now, fuck.
That's a bug.
Anyway, this guy's theory was that there were still Cold War rules in place that weren't spoken about, and you literally cannot have a Russian in the White House living there.
Huh.
But if you think about it, that's a step down. I'm sure his building is way nicer than the White House.
Literally everything is gold. He's obsessed.
She's a spy. You think she's... Wow, that would be the long con, right? Putin is so brilliant. He saw the Trump presidency coming, put Melania in place years ago. Incredible. So wait. Oh, we got different numbers of followers here. All right, well, let's Oh, I see. So it's like the religious dudes also have maximum uses. That's so weird. I don't know if I like that. Actually, I do know that I don't like that. Why do people want war with Russia anyway? I think that some people just want war. Period. And, you know, Russia's the new... Who else are you going to fight?
In peace, one is despoiled by mercenaries. In war...
Well, I used up my dude. It's a lot of work to convert these cities. You can fight Islam. Islam is not a country. You're never going to beat a religion. Besides, I don't like religion. Okay, you know, I'm not advocating them, but we have fucked the Middle East for 70 years, and I mean hard and unapologetically. They have a reason to hate us. That's, you got to give them that. Our foreign policy, especially in the recent past, could be summed up with fuck the Middle East and take their shit.
Kind of how I feel about this barbarian encampment I'm about to destroy.
Religion has to go, but see, you can't say that because you got to give people the freedom to do what they want. It's, even if you hate it. Well, that's the, you know, Mike Pence, did you see the thing about the Hamilton play?
War Hamilton was on Saturday Night Live?
No, you know that Hamilton play where it's like, it's all rap, but they're telling the story of Alexander Hamilton, I think is the thing.
Oh, yeah.
So Mike Pence went to that, and of course, all the actors are black, so they like publicly shamed him.
Tactics require
And
observation.
his statement was very impressive. He was like, you know what? That's fine. That's what free speech sounds like. You don't always have to like it. I was impressed by that.
Oh shit, I'm at war with somebody.
Yeah, it's very unceremonious when that happens. It's like, oh, just a little side icon. You can really easily miss it. Build a wall around the Middle East, but we need their resources. That's the problem. And I'm not one of these, like pie in the sky peacenik motherfuckers. It's like, just let them do their own thing. I like my lifestyle, and oil is a big part of that. I think we need to keep getting the oil, but we don't necessarily need to do it the same way, and we can't lie to the people about it. People need to understand where their lifestyle is coming from and why. Trump is correct that other nations' problems. Well, okay, that's true, but it's more complicated than that because as soon as we stop making other nations' problems our problems, which I agree, you're right about that, but Putin is going to swoop right in. He's going to make them his problem, and he's good at it. So the nation building game, getting out of it doesn't mean that everybody else is going to stop playing it. And in the long run, that could be bad. It's not, no group of humans should be able to make that decision, but it's not as cut and dry as we want it to be. US chooses to be the cops of the planet? Yeah, well, not really. They choose to be the kind of cops who show up and take over. It's always self-interest. We're not really we're not spreading democracy. We're spreading puppet governments so we can steal resources and shit. Yeah, we're definitely following the Roman model. Germany and Russia. Germany's very tied into the globalist agenda. I don't think they're going to pivot to Russia anytime soon. Mechanized and thorium-powered China. China and Russia are very chummy lately. They're working on that trade settlement thing. I think China is definitely going to be a player, but they've got their own problems. Economically, they're not in a great place, and they're losing that they're becoming middle class. Their citizens are, and it's like you don't have that slave labor anymore. So I don't think that's going to work out for them too great. There are a lot of people who are forcing their kids to learn Mandarin because they think they see the writing on the wall. Probably not a terrible idea. Don't understand where this Germany Russia thing came or why. It was somebody mentioned it because we're talking about how if you don't empire build, somebody else will. China can pay off their debt if they forced America to pay them what is owed. Force from the bonds? Bonds pay off over time. You can't just call in the debt whenever you want it. They can sell them. Hard to play Civ and avoid politics. We are breaking the politics rule. But we need something to talk about. Germans just want to destroy Europe. I don't see any evidence of that. Why would they do that? USA is the only superpower these days? I don't think so. I mean, if it comes to that kind of war, nuclear changes the game completely. That's mutually assured destruction. India is a superpower. I was really, really blown away by how cheap everything is in India based on that black currency story. And a lot of people were telling us like you could live for a week and eat for a week on, was it like $13? Maybe it was $30. I don't know. Just a ridiculously small amount.
See you, Smudge. Yeah.
And
And it's like, wow, really? Wow.
yeah, and you think, wow, maybe I would live in India, but I'm sure it's terrible. Well, it ain't about who has more nukes. It doesn't. I mean, once you hit a critical mass of nukes, numbers are irrelevant. Everybody's dead. Oh, that's such a good square, but I need this wonder. Thailand, 200, 400 a month. But is that like hostels, or is that like a decent hotel and nice meals? North Korea suddenly starts a prototype nuke. I don't know. I mean, they're so fucked up. I don't know if they'll ever have a decent nuclear program. You ever see those? I love the pictures where they'll take any Westerner that comes there. They're like, "Hey, let's go and look at the computer lab," and they've got like 386s with CRT monitors, but they're never turned on. Never.
Yeah. Or they're pretending to work, and it's like, oh no, they've caught us pretending to work.
Yeah, there's never been a picture of one turned on. What happened with the whole Japanese earthquake? Was there anything bad that came from that?
I saw there was a tsunami warning and some damage, but I didn't see how bad it was.
I don't think the tsunami actually happened, did it?
Blast, build, battle.
A 1.2 meter wave. Seems pretty big. A real life Godzilla. Godzilla was. You never could tell which side he was on, though. You know, he liked to kick Tokyo's ass, but then often he'd end up saving the Earth. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Godzilla. I mean, I love him. If it's a hit, you know, one time Godzilla laid an egg, so maybe it was a her all along.
Miguel Sitsikon is here. How's it going?
Oh yeah, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Those were Those were atomic bombs. Modern nuclear, whole different story. Plus, you had to be able to carry that shit on a plane. That fucking Russian missile's 100 tons. You like the American Godzilla the best? What the fuck is wrong with you? Those movies were terrible. I haven't seen the new one with Walter White. Gotta watch that sometime. Well, you don't believe in nukes? We've got nuclear power. You think even the Godzilla was shit. The rubber suit Godzilla was so amazing. It had that, especially when they started making the face more and more like an angry cat.
An angry cat Godzilla.
Yeah, he started looking more and more like an angry cat. You don't believe in Earth-scale life annihilation. Based on what? Not from one. No, it won't be one bomb. You realize how many nukes these people have, right? And then you got wild cards like Israel who just won't tell us how many nukes they've got. I bet they've got a bunch. And they've got that the Samson doctrine. If the shit goes down, they're just going to nuke the Middle East. They've pretty much said it. Like, you know, anything weird starts to happen. They started to do it. What was it, like the so many day war or whatever?
Oh
And
yeah,
I
that
think,
was the countdown. That was when it was like 12:59 on the doomsday clock.
yeah, I think Nixon offered them a bunch of money not to do it or something, or humanitarian aid or something like that. Or no, he promised to intervene with the U.S. Army. Plus the nuclear. I mean, you got to think. It's going to be unlikely that a leader, when they see the missile coming in, is going to say, you know what? Just so the whole of humanity doesn't die, we're not going to retaliate. They're going to empty the fucking chamber. Or magazine, I suppose you say. And everybody's going to be doing it. Yeah, that'd be bad. Although there was that one guy. It's like a Russian naval officer. Have you seen that story where they literally got the signal? It was like nuke America.
Yeah,
But it was fake, or you know, something went wrong.
it was faulty equipment.
And he actually decided not to.
Yeah, it was like confirmed and reconfirmed and confirmed again, and then it was like he's like, no, you know, if this is really happening, there's nothing that this would do, so I'm just not going to do this. It's like, wow, that's how close we came to nuclear annihilation.
I bet since then, they've set policies in place so that one person can't make the decision anymore.
The launch codes in America for a long time was like 8 zeros or something.
Well, I mean, if Trump's the one who has to put them in. All right, I think we're closing in on One more turn territory here. Gotta get up and drive in the morning.
Oh, wow. How did that happen? Jesus Christ.
Always remembers a woman's book.
Australia luckily has no nuclear weapons. Why is that luckily? Probably wouldn't nuke Australia. Maybe that could be like, you know, the crucible for life to continue. How much does Australia depend on a lot of imports for modern stuff? You'd probably be going back in time quickly if everything else was gone. But you'd have all that ocean for fishing and stuff. You could start whaling again. Food, well, but your ships, they probably have enough resources for shipping fairly easily. Oh, but yeah, nuclear winter. That'd be a problem. Something would survive, though. I mean, they've got those... I love those areas of the ocean where there's nothing, and then one of those magma vents opens up, and all of a sudden there's like 50 new species. There'd be some sweet radiation animals that would come into existence.
I saw some of those on Futurama. And The Simpsons.
Destruction is good to breed new stuff, but so you want to kill yourself so that there can be some new species? I mean, I don't see the advantage there.
I saw a bank that said 24 hours.
Problem is, we're smart enough to make nukes more so. Yeah, that's the theory about why we haven't found the aliens, because any other civilization that gets to the point where space travel, especially FTL, is a thing, already has the means to destroy themselves, and has probably used it.
Is the Great Filter ahead of or behind us?
Switzerland would survive? I don't know about that.
It's just a rock in space with a force field around it. It's like, Viva la Switzerland! We don't have gravity, but we have our force field. It's great.
the mountains are going to keep them safe. Yeah, but we're talking about the. Oh, they're already set for winter climate, so nuclear winter. But yeah, see the plants, they need the sun. I don't think Switzerland's going to make it. Maybe you could do like in Dwarf Fortress and do underground farming. Survive until the food storage runs out, but you're talking about you have to wait out the radiation, so generation after generation would have to be underground. I'll give you another great book recommendation on this topic, a book called Dust. Fantastic read. It's about this very topic, people living in a bunker, Fallout style. But the hilarious thing about, I won't spoil it for you, but the IT department runs the entire bunker. That's the hook.
I think I experienced this in Fallout, like where they were sending stuff to the computers and pitting the inhabitants against themselves, that kind of thing.
Well, there comes to be a really good reason why that is, but that's a huge spoiler. All right, last turn.
Yeah, God, it's 11:06. How's this happening? I'm still at war with those one people, but I'm about to kick their ass.
Fallout's with 100 years worth of, yeah, but that's 100 years for the existing people. So they're going to start to breed. They have to continue on. And it's going to get bigger. Then you might have a disease that just wipes the whole thing out. Gotta have clean water. I guess you could go down far enough to probably get that. But if the pumps stop working, you're in trouble. If you can't generate electricity to grow plants inside, you're in trouble. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in a bunker. Over 100 years. How many advanced civilizations exist on Earth before us? I think we have pretty good evidence that the planet wouldn't have supported them.
There's a book called Fingerprints of the Gods that is really great, except for the last chapter, and he added the last chapter as nonsense to sell books because people are into retarded shit. Because at the end it was like, what if it was aliens? But, it was during the History Channel aliens thing, so I think we can forgive Graham Hancock. I like to think he's more of an academic than that. But he, in the book, up till the aliens chapter, he makes a pretty good case that there's a precursor civilization that had math and celestial navigation, and it's likely that they had some way of keeping time that was accurate, which wasn't reinvented in antiquity, but it wasn't reinvented until the 1800s, early 1800s, because you need an accurate timepiece for making accurate maps.
Save the game.
Yeah, let's save. Anybody have any questions before we go? Oh, let's do one more turn. Anybody have any questions?
Oh, it's more than just oxygen Riddick lives. There was an ocean for a long time. I don't think you're going to get precursor humans on an all ocean environment. Look at this civilization. They got all barbarians. Or warriors, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't know. What can I build? Can't really look at that. Yeah, oxygen is a very destructive force. So is water. The two things that keep us going are like horribly bad for a lot of other things in the world. Universe. The octopus people. That's a cool look. You know, the Cthulhu look, the whole like octopus head, human body. Oh! Alright, save the game.
Yep, that's it. Good night, everybody.
We may or may not be here on Friday. I don't know. We're still planning.
More exciting Civ, because it's the holiday season and we can't be bothered. I'm sorry.
Happy Thanksgiving.
If you haven't watched our hilarious Thanksgiving thing, you totally should, because we're more proud of that than we really should be.
That applies to all of our videos. If you haven't watched them and you're here, don't come back until you have.
Share them with your friends, spread the news, because we're a very tiny channel, not even a blip on anybody's radar anymore, and that's okay. See you guys, and thanks for the support. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Good night, all.
See ya.